Okay, now listen, folks. This is a live stream. And the first thing I'm going to say to you people, all right, because I know, and it's going to be the last thing I say to you guys in the video, is that my predictions have never changed. They're the exact predictions every year, okay? So don't go around spreading lies, okay? You, you dum dums. All right, now listen, because everybody, they think that I changed the dates or something. I don't know what the hell they're talking about. They get it wrong every time. I have two predictions, and I've never changed them. Every year it's the same. June 11th is the Washington State event. Okay, Seattle is probably going to be ground zero, but it can affect all of King County because Seattle's in King County. And somehow this event connects to Elvis. Then my other prediction is that on August 4th, Trump gets his head wound in Ohio. Okay? Those are my two predictions. And these two predictions are from the Holy Spirit. It's 100%. All right. I just wasn't sure about the year, but I can guarantee you this, that 2025 would be the last year that I ever speak about this because then after that, it would not make sense, the numbers. But I'm not going to explain why. But I believe without a shadow of a doubt that's going to happen this year. Okay. There's a 1% chance that it's next year, but it's 99.9% that it's this year. Anyway, so what I'm about to show you in this video is something that could happen in the next few days, and I'm going to tell you why. It's like a predictive programming event. It's going to have some kind of ritual is going to be done because of a particular numerical equation that has been used in other events, and something's happened. So let's see what this is. Remember, these predictions, which is the same predictions every year, is from the Holy Spirit. What I'm about to say now to you is just me using all the passion that I have and the pursuit of truth that I am trying to uh, do whatever I can to wake people up. That's why I'm hoping that I can predict some kind of predictive programming that they might have to get people to wake up. That's all I'm trying to do here. But this is what my destiny was, to reveal this, and this from birth, okay? And you will see it manifest. Now, what I'm about to show you is that, like I said, there's going to be some kind of event that happens in the next couple of days, and I'm going to tell you what I mean. What date the date is. It's not tomorrow or the next day. You'll see what I mean, what the date is. But before I show you that, I just want you to look at the groundwork I'm about to lay, okay? So remember I told you that on the 45-year death anniversary of Elvis, because that Seattle event is going to connect to Elvis, that Washington State June 11th event. And Elvis is the Antichrist. Trump is the image of the Antichrist, okay? And Obama is the third wheel to the charade. But anyway, on Elvis's 45-year death anniversary, which was August 16, 2022, he had been dead for 45 years already on this date. And from that date to 6/11 this year is 666 days. So this was the day that the fuse was lit, okay? Now, if you go backwards 611 days, because we're talking about the 6/11 date connecting to the 666, right? And to the 45, because Trump is the 45th president, and this was his 45-year death anniversary of Elvis. Because like I said, Elvis is the Antichrist. Trump is the image of the Antichrist, who is Elvis. Anyway, so you go backwards, it lands on 12/14. 12/14 is George Washington's death date, okay? And he died on 12/14, right? And if you went back from Elvis's death date, it lands 611 days back. Okay? Now, the reason I'm showing you that is because George Washington, that's what Washington State's named after, George Washington. And if you add up 611 and 666, you get 1277. And I told you guys that the 12th prime number is 37, which connects to the EL, because the 3 and 7 looks like the letters EL, which means God in Hebrew. That's why Elvis has the EL beginning, right? And the 7/7 is the year Elvis died. And look, the 206 prime number is 1277, and Seattle's area code is 206. Okay, so that's the connection right there with all of it. All right. Now, the reason I'm showing you that, because I was trying to show you the connection to Washington right there. Now, so Washington's death date is 12/14, right? In the year 1799. And the year Elvis died, there was a horse that won the Triple Crown named Seattle Slew. And on June 11th, 1977, this horse called Seattle Slew won the most prestigious race that you can win in horse racing, to win all three races of the Triple Crown. And he did it the same year Elvis died. Elvis died on August 16th that year. What is the chance that a horse called Seattle Slew wins the Triple Crown? And slew means to violently kill. Okay? And I didn't know that this before, that it was on June 11th or anything when I made my predictions. Okay, I told you, my predictions are from the Holy Spirit. Everything else is me researching and finding all these connections. Anyway, I want you to notice something about the percentage here. Okay, if we took out this, well, I mean, you could see it in the numbers here also, but let's say we took out this 10% part and just left the big numbers, which is 17761 before the decimal. 17761, look what you get. So I'm showing you the same equation from Washington's death date, the year he died and everything, to the day Seattle Slew won the Triple Crown. Look at that. This is the percentage, 17761. And I took out that 10% after the decimal. Look, it's the same numbers as 61177. 611. You see what I'm saying? So it has the same exact numbers, but mixed in. Okay? And you'll see how that is important. Okay, because there's something big is coming in the next couple of days, and I'm going to show you the date in a minute. But first, I'm laying the groundwork. All right. Yeah, I'm going to connect that right now, Jessica. You'll see, but not to that date, but not to the year, but to that date. Anyway, so check this out. If you went from Washington's death date, but not the year, but same date, look what else you can get. So from Washington's death date, using the Seattle Slew as the Triple Crown date, if you went backwards 77,611 days, because that's the day he won, right? 6/11/77. 77,611 days lands on Washington's death date. Okay? But that's not the year he died. He died in 1799, but I'm just trying to tell you that it's connected to that, to Washington's death date again, and the same numbers. Look at that, 77611 again, all right? Which is the date 6/11/77, right? Now, okay, I'm just going to deviate for a second, and then I'm going to get back on track here. But I just want you to know that that my birthday, 9/4, is the 248th day of the year because it was a leap year. So my birthday connects to the 9/4 and the 9/5, which connects to the MLK puzzle, but I'm not going to get into that right now. But America is 248 years right now. It's going to be 248 on July 4th, but right now it's 247. And my prediction is Seattle is going to happen in between the 247, 248, because it's before July 4th, right? June 11th. So right now, America is going to be 247 years old on this day, from the date of the founding of America, 7/4/1776, to 6/11 this year. Okay? And notice that from Elvis's birthday to 9/11, when the Twin Towers fell, is 247 days. So that's another connection to the 247, okay? And it also has a connection to the 666, because 666 days is 182.47%. 182.47, see? 247 goes to the 911. So there's a connection to the 666 there with the percentage for 666 days. But now, why am I bringing this up? Because of the 1776. Okay, pay attention. That, you know, that I told you that the zeros are a reset. Okay, so if you went to 00, that's a reset. Like to 100, that's a reset. To 1,000, that's a reset. Okay, but it's always in tens increments. So don't count the 500. You know, you would go to the 100, then to 10,000, then to the 100,000. You know what I mean? All right. But anyway, so if you were to, because we're in the year 2024, right? If you were to minus 224 from 1,000, you get 776. And the reason I'm showing you that, because look, if you did 776 minus 1,000, I mean 1,000 minus 776, you get 224. And remember, 1776, and we're in the year 2024, get it? So it's 1776 with triple crown right there, you see? And remember, I was showing you the connection to the 247 years, all right, which connects to, you'll see how it all connects in a moment. This is like the most complicated beginning. It's like trying to explain the impossible, this stupid video, all right? Now, why am I showing that? Because look, if you were to go to the 10,000 mark and have the perfect number of 1776, okay? So if you were to go 10,000 minus 1776, now you would have the numbers of 6, 11, 77. Look, 6, 1, 1, and 77, okay? And you would see this number means nothing, right? I mean, those numbers actually don't mean much, but the only thing I could find on that is that Seattle equals 82. We're in the year 24, and Elvis with a crown, the letter O, with the name Elvis equals 82, and then and it was 8,224 days. You know what I was showing? I'm going to get to the date thing in a moment. I'm just laying the groundwork. So 8,224 days is 22 years, 6 months, 7 days. It's a 2267. That's Elvis equals 6722. So that's another connection to the 8224, which I was just showing you here, you know, with the 1776 connection having to do with, anyway. I know that you think this is insanity, but you'll see how it all comes together in a moment. Okay, now, before I show you this, all right, hold on. Give me a second here. All right, now listen. So remember that whenever you're using a calculator, I'm getting to the good stuff, folks. Just hold on. Whenever you're using a calculator, I told you, let's just use this leap year, this year, for example, it's a leap year. So from the first of the year to 6/11, which is the day I'm telling you that Washington State gets struck, you know, King County in Washington State, it's 155 days if you don't add the day. But if you add the day, it's 156. So that's why you have two counts on a calculator, because you can go up to that day, it would be 155. Up to that day and including that day is 156. And that's why if you went from the first of the year to 6/12, 6/12 connects to 6/11 also, because 156 is if you don't add the day, it would connect to 156 when you add the day on 6/11. So 6/11 connects to the 6/12, which I've been telling you guys for this whole time, that every date has its twin date. Okay, do you understand? 6/10's twin date is 6/11, 6/11 6/12, 6/12 6/13. You understand what I'm saying? 613, 614, 614, 615. So it has to get rid of one of its twins because you know Elvis had an identical twin that died of birth. That's why the Twin Towers fell. It was all for Elvis. Anyway, so let me just move on. I had to show you that before I show you what I'm about to show you. All right. Now, so remember I was showing you that, let me get back to where I was showing it. So remember I was showing you the connections with George Washington's death date, right? When George Washington died up to 6/11/77, the year Elvis died was August 16th, 77. But this horse Seattle Slew won the Triple Crown. Slew means to violently kill. So they're going to kill Seattle. That's what they're saying. And the percentage was 17761, which is got the 1776 numbers in it, right? And then the extension of that was the actual percentage was 1776, and then if you use the 6 again, you get 611 with a crown. All right, and that's why I'm trying to tell you that what's happening right now, right? Okay, but anyway, so I was showing you that the 17761 has the connection to the 61177, right? Now, where am I? I'm about to show you how this all connects. It's all coming together. Watch. All right. So George Bush Jr. was the 9/11 president. Okay. So this year on June 11, 2024, from George Bush's birth of 7/6, and by the way, Elvis, he equals 67 his name. So if you said the date backwards, it would be 67. Okay, which is, you know, Elvis 67, right? But listen, George Bush Jr., the 9/11 president, from his birthday to 6/11 is 77 years, 11 months, 6 days when you add the day. It's exactly the Seattle Slew, you know, connection. All right. So it's 6/11/77. And that's when Seattle Slew won the Triple Crown back in the year Elvis died. And that's from George Bush, right? And so watch this. Do you know that there was a particular shooting that happened which involved children back in 2012? I'm not going to name the school, but it was one of the most famous ones that ever was one of the first ones that ever happened like that. Okay. And from that, on that day, all right, you'll see how it all connects. Just wait. So, man, okay. How do I explain this? See, I was supposed to show something else first, but you know what? I'm going to explain that after. I don't care. So, you'll see how this school shooting connects in a moment. Just hold off and just go with me. Go with it for a minute. So from Elvis's birthday, the day he's born, to the day George Bush Jr. was born, this was the amount of days, 4197 or 4198. So from the day that school shooting happened involving those children, this was the date, and it happened on George Washington's death date, okay? 12/14. And from that date to 6/11 this year is 4197, 4198. All right. Do you understand what I'm showing here? So it's 4197, 4198 up to this, and then from that school. And why am I showing that? You'll see in a moment. Okay. Because what was the connections to Elvis and to Trump from their birth dates to that school shooting. All right. Watch. So from Elvis's birthday to the day that that school shooting happened, look, it was 77 years, 11 months, 6 days, or 7 days if you add the day. So remember, I told you about the 67, that's equals Elvis. So 77 years, 11 months, 6 days, or 7 days. That's from the exact day Elvis was born to that day that the school shooting happened, okay? And it was on George Washington's death date, 12/14, okay? Now, so that's the day that it happened. So now when you see this, like I said, from Elvis's birthday to the to George Bush, see, it's a George connection. So from Elvis's birthday to George Bush Jr.'s birthday was 4197, 4198 days, and that's the exact same days from the school shooting to 6/11, 2024. And from George Bush's birthday, the day he's born, to 6/11 is 77 years, 11 months, 6 days. So what I'm saying is there's a connection to the school shooting to 6/11 with George Bush, because that's how many days from Elvis's birthday to George Bush's birthday. And you have the 77 years, 11 months, 6 days connecting to the 224 from George Bush Jr. And Elvis having the 77th years, 11 months, 6 days connecting from his birthday to the day of the school shooting, okay? Do you understand how impossible it is to explain this? Okay, now, so I pointed you with Elvis and to George Bush Jr. to that date. Now we're going to go to Trump, all right? Because this is what this is about. You'll see, all right? Hold on. Give me a second here. So from Trump's birthday to the day of that school shooting on, that famous school shooting, and it happened on George Washington's death date, is 66 years, 6 months. And if you add the day, it's 66 years, 1 day. 66 years, 6 months, 1 day. So 666 with a crown if you say 0. But you see what I'm saying? It's from Trump's birthday to that day. Now, so you have a 666 connection to all of this, all right? And earlier I was showing you the 6/11 and the 666 connection with Elvis's death date in the middle between George Washington and 6/11. 6/11, 666. Because you see what I mean? You have the 666 and you have all the 11, 6, 6/11 connections, which is the year Elvis died, which is the Triple Crown winner, Seattle Slew winning, right? Was 6/11, 77. Now, it doesn't end there, okay? It doesn't end there. Let me show you what's coming, okay? So remember I told you that when you pick a date, it can connect to the next day too. Remember? I was showing you how when you use a calculator, it can connect to both dates. See, this is 6/12, this is 6/11, but you have that 156, 156. When you don't add the day, it's 156. When you add the day, it's 156 here. See what I mean? It's confusing, I know, but they connect to both dates. So why am I showing that? Because this predictive programming date that I'm about to show you, it lands exactly on May 19th, which is 3 days from now, because tomorrow's the 16th. I'm still on the 15th and here in Glendale, but tomorrow's the 16th, so that's in like 3 or 4 days, right? The 19th. But it also connects to the 20th. So it connects to the 19th and the 20th, because if you go to the 20th, if you don't add the date, it still connects. Now, what am I about to show you? That from Trump's birth date to tomorrow's date. I mean, not tomorrow, to 519 exactly, but to 520 it connects to, is 77 years, 11 months, 6 days. So that's why I'm telling you that there is a connection here. All right, so there could be a predictive programming event that happens on this day. Now, you'll see in a moment how more connections, but why, what could happen? Like, what is it going to be? Remember, it doesn't have to be something big. It just like that school shooting was not, it's a ritual, but it wasn't, world changing or anything, nothing like that. But it was a ritual. That's my point. So I'm expecting something to happen as a ritual. I'm saying for my either 519 or 520, but that's just it. But don't get it twisted, folks. I have only two predictions that are Holy Spirit led, and that's the June 11th Washington State event and August 4th Trump head wound in Ohio. Those are the only Holy Spirit led predictions. So this is just me trying to seek and find what these people are up to. Okay, now I'm going to show you a couple more things here. Also, if you went backwards from Trump's birthday, the day he was born in 1946, if you went backwards, 61,177 days, or 61178, if you add the day, it lands on 12/14, Washington's death date. But not the year. Washington died in 1799. This is like, 21 years earlier. But I mean, yeah, before his death. But what I'm trying to show you, it even has the 61177, which is the Seattle Slew, connection, because he won the Triple Crown Seattle Slew in between the years 77 and 78 on 6/11. The same year Elvis died. You see what I'm saying? And that's to Trump's birthday. If you're using, but make sure you're using that year, because sometimes the year, the days become different because of the calendar change, or because of the using leap year and stuff. So you got to be careful. But so that was that. Now, so remember, I'm telling you that the predictive programming event could be 519, 520. Okay, now watch this. I'm going to save this one for last here. So 519 and 520 is the two dates I'm telling you to look for. So if it doesn't happen on 519, it could happen on 520. But most likely it should happen on 519. But we'll see. Hold on, let me catch up to the chat. Let me just catch up here. No, I'm talking about before the calendar change. If you use, for some reason, it's off by 1 or 2 days before the calendar change. After when we went into the Gregorian calendar, which we're on, for some reason, if you use, it's off by like 1 or 2 days. I don't understand it, but it doesn't matter to me. But if you go before the calendar change, yeah, it would be off like by 10, 11, 12, 13 days. But forget about that. Just whatever I just wrote is correct. Just go with it. Now, so 519, 520, like I said, is the predictive programming date. All right. Not my prediction dates, the predictive programming possible. All right. So 519, 520, look at this. So that if you use the prime numbers of 519, 520, their prime numbers are 3719, 3727, adds up to 7446, And this 519, 520 adds up to 1039. Look at this. 8485. Look at that. 8485. What in the hell? That's the day I'm telling you Trump gets his head wound on 8-4, but it lands on the 8-5 day. Are you understanding what I'm showing? Because that's what this whole video is about, is to Trump. All that stuff I laid out was to show you the Trump connection. All right? Yeah, and you can rearrange your numbers to make, 88 and 45, but forget about that. But I see what you're saying. But it's the 845. Because I told you on a leap year, 8-4 lands on 8-5. But the only reason that I'm doing this video is to show you that Trump on 519, and it also connects to 520 if you don't add the day. When you get to 520, if you don't add the date, that'll come up to that too. But if you add the day, it's going to be 7 days to 520. So 520 has a big connection too. That's what I'm saying. But anyway, but the 519, 520, the total over here, when you add this and this together, it connects exactly to Trump again. All right? Now, what else we got here? Wasn't a guy just shot today? That dude was just shot today. What was his name? The prime minister. When was the prime minister of Slovakia born? Oh, let me see. Hold on, I want to get his birthday real quick. I mean, I know what it is. I just want you to see it. Let me see if it'll tell you the date he's born. Here it is. Look. So this guy was shot today. He's born on 9/15, September 15th. Okay? He was born 11 days after I was in 1964. I was born on 9/4, 1964. Anyway, check this out. So 9/15, if you go from 9/15, that date, which is Prince Fairy, Prince Fairy, Prince Fairy, he's born on 9/15. But look, from 9/15, if you went backwards from 520, which is, I told you, it's either going to be 519, 520, the predictive programming event this year, backwards 614 days, because Trump's born on 6/14. Look at that. Oh, that's what I was wondering why I chose this date. That was the day somewhere I read that the red heifer arrived in where, Israel. But I'm not 100% on that, but that's what I read somewhere, that was the day it arrived. What if they were to? Wouldn't that be incredible if they were to sacrifice the red heifer on that day? But by the way, I'm not saying that. It could be anything, but it could be as simple as Trump being found guilty or not guilty on that day. Who knows? What day is 519, 520? I should have checked that. It's probably a weekend, so it can't even be on a weekend. What day is 520? I'm stupid. What day is May 19th this year?
May 19th, 2024.
So it's Sunday. So probably going to be on Monday, most likely. But we'll see. We'll see if it happens on a Sunday. So it's either Sunday or Monday, like I said. The predictive programming. Anyway, So anyway, Trump was born on 6/14. That's why I was showing that. But hold on, okay. Here's another connection right here. If you look at the dates of 519 and 520, look what you have here. You have the 55, which is Satan's number. Then what's left? 1920. The prime numbers of 162 and 163, which is June 11th this year, is the 162, 163rd day of the year because it's a leap year. So that's June 11th's date this year, basically. 162, 163. The prime numbers equals 1920. If you add up the primes for June 11th this year. So you have Satan and then the 1920. So that's one connection there. And here's an interesting little connection. That if you took just the 520th prime by itself, because we're talking about the dates 519 or 520, if you total it up, you get 4247. And why is that important? Because you can see I did this cards a while back, because I've been holding this video. That on a regular year, from Elvis's birthday to 6/11 is 155 days. If you add the day, it's 42.47%. From Elvis's birthday to 6/11 was 42 years, and from 6/11/77, when Seattle Slew won the Triple Crown, to this year is 47 years, 42.47. So you have a 42.47%, 42.47 connecting to everything. Okay, so that's why I was showing you this with the 520th, because I told you the date 519 or 520 could be a predictive programming day. 42.47 the total. Now, interesting, because earlier we were talking about the George Bush connection, because George Bush Jr., from his birthday, it's going to be 77 years, 11 months, 6 days, which is the day Seattle Slew won the Triple Crown, 6/11/77. To this year, 6/11/2024, from George Bush Jr.'s birthday, and he was the 9/11 president. That's the exact amount of days. And during 9/11, how old was he? 55 years old. George Bush Jr. was 55 years old, the Satan number, during 9/11. And how old was George Bush Sr.? 77. You see that? 77. And I told you that's when Elvis died, in 77. And you have the Satan number and Elvis' death year, and the Seattle Slew, Yeah, I've talked about that. I did a whole video on the guide stones. Yeah, the guide stones were all connected to Elvis. All right. And and if you go to that day, from George Bush Jr.'s birthday to 6/11/77, the day Seattle Slew won the Triple Crown, it's 30 years, 11 months, 6 days. And I've explained to you what the 30 is, but it's like a double crown. The 3 is like a W, like the W Bush, get it? The W is a crown, see? And the O is a crown. So you have 611 with the double crown, or 6110 with the W crown. Same thing. But and then from George Bush Sr., because remember, he was fit. George Bush Jr. was 55 years old during 9/11. This is to 6/11/77. But to 9/11, he was 55, which is a Satan number. And George Bush was 77 during 9/11. Remember, I was just telling you. And the WC is 3 months. 77 years, 3 months from his birthday. He was born, this is when he was born. So look, you have that, the W, 77, the W, George W. See what I mean? It's got the W again. The 3 is the W. All right. Now, lastly, before I show you the most incredible info, I really don't want to show all this, man. I'm exhausted already. No, I'm not even going to show this. Well, I guess I could show this. I don't know. So, well, look, from Elvis's birthday, first of all, 19 days is 5.19% on a leap year. Only on a leap year. 519. Because I told you the predicted programming date is going to be either 519 or 520. But look, from Elvis's birthday to 611 is either 519 if you don't add the day, 520 if you add the day on a regular year. But if it lands on a leap year like it's going to do this year, then it would be 520, 521 if you add the day. Anyway, and I believe that 19 days on a regular year is 5.21%. So I don't know, but it doesn't matter anyway. And you have the Antichrist numbers, 1 year, 5 months, 4 days for this one. 154 equals the Antichrist. But what else here? Oh, from because I told you my birthday is 9495. From Elvis's death date to 519 or to 520 is 9 months, 4 days, or 9 months, 5 days. From Elvis's death date to 519 or 520, which is the predicted programming date. So I'm telling you, and I was born on 9495. And what else? And you know, MLK was killed on 4445, and it was the 95th day of the year because he was killed on 44, but it landed on the 45 day because it was a leap year. Martin Luther King Jr. from his birthday to 519 is 95 years, 4 months, 4 days, or 4 months, 5 days. He was killed on 4-4, but it landed on the 4-5 day because it was a leap year, and it was the 95th day of the year because it was a leap year. It would be normally 94th year, which is 9495 connecting to me again because that's my birthday, right? Anyway, but here's the, I could, like I said, I have much more to show, but I'm going to skip it, and I'm just going to get to the, anyway, the whole point of this video, okay, was to show you that Trump turned 77 years, 11 months, 6 days, which is the Seattle slew numbers. Seattle slew won the Triple Crown on 6/11/77, and it lands on 519 and 520, but mainly 519, but it connects to the 520 if you don't add the day on 520. But so look for the predictive programming, some kind of ritual, okay, some kind of ritual. Now, lastly, you remember I told you my two predictions are 611 and 84. Now, I want you to use your brains, okay? In what realm of possibility, I've shown this info before, but I want you to think for a minute. How is it possible that I have two predictions and they all connect to Satan? You know what I mean? Because, I mean, to Elvis and to Satan and everything. If you watch my videos connecting Elvis to Satan, it's off the charts, okay? With the Super Bowl and all that other stuff. But so in between 611 and 84, well, first of all, we're in the year 2024, right? From the first of the year to 224, let me just let Google tell you. Because 2024, right? If you take out the 0, it's 224, right? What number day of the year is February 24th?
Here is information from National Snow and Ice Data Center.
What is the 55th day of the year?
According to Wikipedia, February 24th is the 55th day of the year.
So it's the 55th day of the year, right? I'm not even going to show you all the connections with that. Because if you take the reverse date and all that stuff, it's the Satan numbers. But so it's the 55th day of the year, and it connects to the 224, which is like the 2024. But here's what I want to show you. Look, so this is something I've already shown, but I'm leading up to something. So in between my two predictions, if you don't add the day, it's 54, but if you add the day, it's 55. So in between 611 and 84 is 55, and Satan equals 55, right? Right? And I just showed you the 55th day of the year is 224, which is 2024. Get it? Now, So this was to 611 to 84 is 55 days. Satan is 55. Now look at this. Look. So if you add 611, because remember 611, get it? 611 plus 55, you get 666. So what is the chance that 611 connects to the 666 and connects to 84, right? You know what I'm saying? Like I said, I've shown this in my 666 videos. But so it's the 55 with Satan and to 611, 611 plus 55. So that means that 84 is the 666. Do you get it? And August 4th is normally the 216th day of the year, which is 6 times 6 times 6 equals 216. 6 times 6 times 6. Get it? So technically August 4th is the 666. And it all connects to Elvis, and that's the day Trump gets his head wound on Obama's birthday. August 4th is Obama's birthday. Trump gets the head wound. Okay? But look, check this out. So I just showed you how the 611 connected with the 55 Satan. It equals 666, right? Now watch this. If that's still not enough proof for you, watch this. Let's see if you guys can catch what's here. What do you see here? Does anybody see anything? I'm going to give you a minute to figure this out. And then I'm going to hold this up for another few seconds. I want to see if you guys can figure out, what do you see here? Because this is what Satan equals forward and backward. Yeah, you guys got it quick. You guys got it pretty quick. Can you imagine? Nobody ever saw it. I've had this up so many times. I've been waiting for somebody to write this, and nobody's ever written it. Yeah, you guys figured it out. You see that? You see it? Now do you see it? Do you see it? To the people who couldn't, didn't notice it, look at that. Are you looking at it? The 5 and the 611, you see? See what I'm saying? Do you see that? Do you see how incredible that is? Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Nobody's ever even noticed that until you say, look close. Look close, you see? Yeah, Jessica, that too. I've shown all that. That if this adds up to Elvis's birthday, because Elvis was born on 1/8, so 5 plus 5 is 10, so it's 108, or 108 again, 35. So it's 1818, and I told you the twins, he had a twin born on that day. So everything's about the 18 here, because 5 plus 5 is 10, 108, 108, get it? And I've explained to you that it's also the 9 if you turn the 6 upside down, and 911, and who was 55? It was George Bush Jr. was 55 during 9/11, right? Yeah, you know what? I saw that number movie, that 920, the 23 movie with Jim Carrey. I couldn't even sit through, because I tried to watch it again. I couldn't sit through the movie. It is so dreary and depressing. I couldn't stand it. But I'll try to watch it again. Yeah, anyway, folks, Yeah, I like Jim Carrey's movies, but that one I just couldn't. I couldn't get into that one. Just like that one. What was that? No, that's not the one I'm thinking. But that one I couldn't watch that one. But I'll try it again. Anyway, all right, folks. Like I said, I could just go on and on with all the connections, but this was so difficult to explain. So what I will do is I'm going to redo this video probably on that day and just kind of rehash the info without showing all the other stuff. So we'll see. All right. Anyway, God bless all of you. Yeah, someone's mentioning the Truman thing. Yeah, the Truman connects to Trump. I've told you guys that. It's like the Trump, and it all has to do with the buck stops here because he was the one who said it. He was the 33 president when Trump was born. The buck stops here. The Buckeye, Ohio Buckeyes. You understand? The buck, the eye, the buckshot. I told you, Trump is the image of the Antichrist. Elvis is the Antichrist. Trump is the image of the Antichrist. He is the Antichrist in the flesh. All right. Anyway, folks, I put up 2 other videos, news videos. Go watch those videos because I'm going to delete them. So you only got like a few hours to watch those videos. I'm deleting them. So this one I'm going to leave up till the 19th, 20th. And um, um, like I said, I'll rehash this info on the 19th or the 20th in a couple of days. Yeah, I have 2 videos that I did. One from today and one from earlier today, a live stream. It was news stories, and the one from yesterday. I did 2 news stories. I'm deleting both of them soon. So you don't watch it, you don't watch it. I don't have time, I don't know what you guys are doing, but if you don't want to watch the videos, then I'm not going to leave up videos that, new people come and look at it, but they're like, what is this? Yeah. Make sure you watch both of them. Because this one I'm going to leave up, so you can wait to watch this one for the people who got in late. But make sure because I'm going to erase the last 2 live streams. Why haven't I been taken down? What am I going to be taken down for? I'm not saying anything bad. Why would I be taken down? Christian, I just explained it. Why are you why are you saying the wrong date when I just explained it all? What are you doing? Everyone has been deleted on YouTube. First of all, nobody's been deleted like I've been deleted. I was terminated 41 times. This is my 42nd channel. And I started at 43rd and 44th. I started from 0 subscribers while all those people left YouTube. Nobody's been deleted like I have. All right, last 2 minutes, folks. If you got in late, make sure you watch the whole video and listen. You got to be patient to get to the good information. All right, there's a whole point to what I was trying to do, but it was information overload the first 25 minutes. So just keep watching, and then when the good information comes, you'll see it. I'll emphasize what the importance is. All right. Yeah. And yeah, see, that's why you don't see those people, because when the money stops, they leave. See, I never took any donations. I didn't never monetize my videos. That's why you see all those people leaving, you know. Yeah, I see your comment. Oh yeah, don't worry about it, Christian. I'm just messing with you. Anyway, God bless you, and make sure we say a prayer for Christian, okay? Because he's going into surgery soon. Anyway, God bless you, and God bless. Anyway, you'll be okay. Don't worry about it. Um, and I'm glad you're getting it before June 11th, your surgery. Anyway, yeah, I appreciate that, Andrew. Anyway, God bless all of you. All right, folks, last minute. End your conversations. Oh, man. Oh, man. Man, I talked too much today, man. I'm not feeling good. Yeah, that's right, Christian. You're right about that. Yeah, I appreciate that, Dirk. God bless you and everyone else in the chat. All right, folks. End your conversations. Yes, and pray for everybody. You know, when I say pray for everybody, I mean uh, just a general prayer. Just ask God to help His children. You know, let His will be done. That's all you can. That's all you can pray for. You just say, God, let Your will be done. You know, your children are crying out. You know, all right, because that's what we're doing, folks. We're crying out to God to get us out of this disaster, this matrix. All right, 30 seconds. I already told you I did a news video on it. Go watch it. Go watch the live stream before I delete it. Stop bringing it up again. I'm talking to somebody bringing up a news story. I'm not mad at you. I'm just saying I mentioned it in the news story. I did 2 live streams, one from yesterday and one from earlier today. I'm gonna delete them, so you better watch it if you're gonna watch it. It'll be deleted by tomorrow morning. Anyway. All right. That's it, folks. End your conversations. 10 seconds. 10, 9. Yes, anyone who's trolling, I don't know who's a troll, and I don't care right now anymore because we're coming to the end. All I know is if anyone's trolling and you're a troll, I don't know who's a troll, and I told you I don't care. The trolls are going to get their punishment on Judgment Day, so you don't worry about them, okay? Let them, let them do what they, let them do what their, what, what their job is. They work for Satan, let them do what they do. Yeah, I'm not gonna listen. Listen. Anybody who's not a troll doesn't argue with each other, okay? So for the people who are being said that they're trolls, if you're not a troll, then don't answer, okay? Don't come back with a troll answer, okay? That's all I'm saying. So stop it, all right, all of you. And if you keep it up, then I'm gonna know that you're a troll. So stop. It's gonna come to an end where I have to stop this, okay? I'm telling you. If there's gonna keep going back and forth, and you keep saying that somebody's a troll, I'm just gonna have to ban you. I can't do this all the time with you, okay? I told you to change your name, and if you don't want to change your name and pretend you're somebody else, that way we don't have to deal with this. All right? I'm not going to go through this with you every single video. All right? Anyway, I'm ending the video now. Because like I said, June 11th's coming. All right? After June 11th, all of this is going to mean nothing. So don't worry about it, man. Nobody's going to remember anything about who did what to what and who did what to who. The world is going to be, changing soon. All right. Listen. Listen, Chris. I'm going to tell you right now that I'm just going to have to delete all the Chris's because I'm not going to go through this all the time. I already told you that. If this troll wants to keep doing that, I can't stop it every single time. All right. I told you before, don't respond to the troll. Okay? I'll handle it by what he says. If he says something off the wall or stupid, I will get rid of him. But you coming in and causing disturbance is not going to help the situation. All right? Wait, what did you say, Suzanne? Trump in Cincinnati today at a fundraiser at a private home. The house number is 4500. And the street name meaning is Dragon. Host family is the 37th richest according to Forbes. Nice research, Suzanne. Nice. No, I don't mind you saying that. That was nice. All right. Anyway, just listen, Chris, I'm on your side. I just can't deal with the stress of all this, all right? So just drop it, man. Anyway, all right. Now I'm irritated because I was supposed to end it before an hour. Now it's an hour and 4 minutes already. Unbelievable. All right. Anyway, God bless all of you. Jesus is God. End the video. Anyone got in late? Watch from the beginning. Oh, you think that JD is going to be his running mate? Yeah, like I said, I was just guessing with when I said that it might be that Ohio guy. But, I was just throwing something out there that had a connection. But I don't know who's going to be his running mate. But you would think it would be what I was saying with the Ohio connection. But anyway, folks, remember, I have 2 predictions. So nobody misunderstand what I said in this video. These are my 2 predictions. June 11th and August 4th. I started it with this. I'm ending it with this. That way nobody comes here saying that I said something differently. All right? These are Holy Spirit-led predictions. All right? All right? So those are the dates. Don't pay attention. The other things that I'm talking about in this video is just me trying to figure out what their next move is before these events. All right. Yeah, okay. We'll see. We'll see what happens, you know. We'll see with the with that vice president thing. Yeah, I can't answer any more questions. My throat's hurting. Ask me that question next time, all right? Anyway, God bless you. God bless everyone else in the chat. And Jesus is God. End of video. Make sure you watch the video from the beginning. End of video. Are you seriously? Man, hold on 1 second. Are you seriously going to say that again after I told you not to say it again? Are you serious right now? Are you trolling me, dude, on purpose? No, seriously, Carl. No, that's not funny, dude. I, I'm gonna. I gotta hold on. I was just about to end the chat too. That's not funny, dude. Yeah, it's not. Let me see. Hold on. You started your channel May 1st. Listen, Carl. I'm telling you right now, don't do stuff like that. All right. I don't annoy me purposely. Okay. I thought you were normal. Don't do that. All right. Don't irritate me. And if you are going to irritate me, make sure you're putting an LOL. Okay. That if you're just joking, don't do that. All right. Don't try to irritate me purposely. All right. I have enough stress in my life. Don't do that purposely. All right. Anyway, I'm gonna give you another chance. End the video. Jesus is God. End the video.